Good afternoon, Bible Fellowship leaders. What's your life's purpose? This week in Acts chapter 26, Paul gives us his life's purpose in verse 29. Agrippa is talking to Paul. Paul's been sharing his testimony with him. And Agrippa says, "In a short time, will you persuade me to become a Christian?" In verse 29, Paul says, "I wish to God that whether in a short time or long time, not only you, but also all who hear me this day, might become such as I, except for these chains." Paul's life purpose, to share the gospel with everybody who would be able to hear. He wished that everybody would become like him. His purpose so that everybody would become a believer. Now, not everybody's can become a believer, but do you teach the Bible like that on Sunday mornings? That your purpose is that every person would become a believer? Maybe you think that everybody in your class is a believer. Do you pray with this life purpose? That, Lord, would you send people into my life so that my life purpose of sharing the good news of Christ with them would be fulfilled? Like that was his purpose. It wasn't just part of his life, it was his life. This week, we have a great opportunity in Bible Fellowship to look at what the real meaning of a Christian's life should be, what the real purpose of any believer's life, not just a pastor or a missionary, but any follower of Jesus, any follower of what Acts calls the way. Jesus said, "I'm the way, the truth, and the life." If I'm really going to follow after that, my life purpose primarily has to be what Paul's was. I hope that you guys will teach that way. I hope that you're passionate about that. Don't forget, a huge announcement. This Sunday night is our final leadership meeting, Bible Fellowship leadership meeting of the year corporately. December, we're not going to have a meeting because we want every class to be able to have times to have socials. We want everybody to be able to come to the choir and orchestra Christmas musical on December 6th and 7th, or maybe 7th and 8th. That's Sunday and that's Saturday, whatever those are. We want everybody to come to the Not So Silent Night on the second weekend in December. And so we want you guys to be able to have your party. So please make sure that you're here this week. Bring your Bible Fellowship leadership. Maybe this is a time to invite somebody new to make sure that everything in your organization as a class is covered, from your social coordinator to your group leaders, so that every person is invited, every person is contacted each week, every person is prayed over each week. That's a convicting question. Is every person on your roll prayed over each week, whether they attend or not? That's our job. That's our job, is either to do it or have people do it. That's where our group leaders come in. What is your life's purpose? I'm so glad to partner with our church, with our pastor in the gospel, but also partnering with you as a part of a servant. We're all trying to serve the Lord together, and I want to be able to serve you and our church as best as possible. If I can pray for you about anything, I try to pray for each of our teachers every single week. And so if I can pray for you, please shoot me an email, text, whatever, and I will keep that confidential, but I'll pray for you. See you guys Sunday morning and Sunday afternoon. We'll have donuts and coffee and drinks. So have a great weekend.